Multiplying mixed numbers. Write the mixed numbers as improper fractions. 2 2/3 times 1 3/4 equals 8/3 times 7/4. Multiply the fractions. We can reduce by dividing 8 and 4 by 4, and we get 2 and 1. And 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. 14/3 reduces to 4 2/3. Write an improper fraction for each mixed number or whole number. Then find the product in lowest terms. Pause the video, solve the problems, unpause the video to see the answers. Question number 2. 4/5 times 2 2/3. 4/5 stays 4/5, and we change the mixed number 2/3 into an improper fraction. 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So we have 8/3 times 4/5. We cannot reduce before we multiply. 8 times 4 equals 32. 5 times 3 equals 15. 32/15 is an improper fraction. 15 cannot divide 3. It can divide 30 2 times. 2 multiplied by 15 equals 30. 32 take away 30 is 2. So our answer is 2 2/15. Question number 3. 5 1/2 times 1 3/4. First, we have to change our mixed numbers into improper fractions. 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 plus 1 equals 11. So we have 11/2 times 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 plus 7, or 4 plus 3 equals 7. So we have 7/4. We cannot reduce before we multiply. 11 times 7 is 77. 4 times 2 equals 8. This is an improper fraction, so we have to simplify. 8 cannot divide 7, but it can divide 77 9 times. 9 multiplied by 8 is 72. 77 take away 72 is 5. So we have 9 5/8 as our remainder. Question number 4. 4 times 3 1/4. We write 4 as 4/1 multiplied by 4 times 3 equals 12. 12 plus 1 equals 13. So we have 13/4. We can reduce before we multiply. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 13 times 1 equals 13. 1 times 1 equals 1. So our answer is 13. Question number 5. Find the product in lowest terms. 13 1/2 times 8 1/3. Now our directions are saying find the product in lowest terms, and this is telling me that I may have to reduce when I'm done solving my problem, so keep that in mind. 2 times 13 equals 26. 26 plus 1 equals 27/2. 3 times 8 equals 24. Plus 1 equals 25/3. I can reduce before I multiply. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. Now I have to multiply. 25 times 9. 5 times 9 equals 45. 9 times 2 equals 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I have 225 as my numerator. 2 times 1 equals 2. Now I need to simplify my answer. 2 is able to divide 2 once. Bring down the 2. 2 is able to divide 2 once. Bring down the 5. 2 is able to divide 5 twice. And that gives me 1 left over, which would be 1/2. So my answer is 112.5. Problem number 6. 12 times 4 2/3. I write 12 as 12 over 1 multiplied by 3 times 4 equals 12 plus 2 equals 14 over 3. I can reduce before I multiply. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. I have to multiply. 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So my numerator is 56. 1 times 1 is 1. And this gives me an answer of 56 over 1, which is just 56. Question number 7. 10 times 1 1/10. We write 10 as 10 over 1. 10 times 1 equals 10. 10 plus 1 equals 11. So we have 11 over 10. We can reduce before we multiply. 10 divided by 10 equals 1. 10 divided by 10 equals 1. 1 times 11 equals 11. 1 times 1 equals 1. 11 over 1 equals 11. Question number 8. 10 1/4 times 2 4/5. 4 times 10 equals 40. 40 plus 1 equals 41 over 4. Multiplied by 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 plus 4 equals 14 over 5. I can reduce before I multiply. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. There's no other way to reduce, so I have to multiply. 41 times 7. 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 times 4 is 28. So my numerator equals 287. 2 times 5 equals 10. This is an improper fraction, so I have to reduce. 10 cannot divide 2. It can divide 28 twice, which is 20, and I get 8 left over. Bring down the 7. It can divide 87 8 times, which is 7 left over. So I have 28 7/10 as my answer. Question number 9. 4 9/10 times 36. 10 times 4 equals 40. 40 plus 9 equals 49 over 10 times 36 over 1. 49 times 36. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm done multiplying by the 6. When I multiply by the 3, I'm actually multiplying by 30. So I'm going to use the 0 as a placeholder, and now I can multiply by 3. 3 times 9 is 27, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12, 13, 14. Add. 4 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 7 is 16, carry the 1. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then I have 1 plus nothing is 1. So I have, as my numerator, 1,760. 10 times 1 is 10. Now, hopefully you can do mental math here. 1,760 divided by 10 is, basically you do this. If you have ending zeros, you can just cross them off like that. Okay, but in 5th grade, if you remember, this is what the problem would be. And remember, you would move the decimal point when you divide over once. So the answer is 176. Problem number 10. 15 times 4/5. We write 15 over 1 times 4 over 5. We can divide 5 by 5, which is 1, and 5 by 15, which is 3. 3 times 4 is 12, and 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer is 12. Question number 11. 1 2/3 times 6. 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we have 5/3 times 6 over 1. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 5 times 2 equals 10. 1 times 1 equals 1. 10 over 1 equals 10. Question number 12. 3/4 times 12.5. 3/4 stays 3/4 times 2 times 12 equals 24. 24 plus 1 equals 25 over 2. I cannot reduce. 3 times 25. Hopefully you can do this as a mental math problem by thinking of this as 3/4. How much would 3/4 be? It would be 75 cents. And 4 times 2 equals 8. This is an improper fraction, so I have to divide. 8 is not able to divide 7, but it can divide 75 9 times. 9 times 8 is 72, and when I subtract, I get 3 left over, which would be 3/8. So the answer is 9 3/8.